Hey, Ma.
Oh, hi.
Hi. So, before I talk about anything else, what do you think about it? Maybe if I just went to Florida for like 6 months or so.
What?
Well, Ma, I can't really work. I can't figure out what to do. You're not, I
Okay.
mean, you're helping me financially, but you're not talking to me. I'm not
Okay.
really, like, it's really difficult for me to figure out what to do. I have this
Okay.
apartment here. I've already subletted it before. I could probably maybe do like Airbnb if I just like if you help me just even prepare, I could
Okay.
probably maybe even rent it out, even if it's only for
Okay.
3 months. Then I can actually have that income, and like I did previously, then I can actually have
Okay.
that income. Then I could come back and I actually have some amount of savings. I don't have to rely on you as much, even if at all, because the thing is, my like I understand that you want to help me, but this phone thing is freaking me out. It's not. It just bothers me because I don't like to have to ask you to spend money on me.
I understand. Okay. So I need to think about this because it's not as easy as you coming in. Okay.
Well,
So it's not
and
that
remember, I
easy.
still have the court
So
case. Like the court case isn't
hear
over.
me out.
The
Please hear.
lawyer isn't talking to me. There's a hearing tomorrow.
Please.
The
Okay.
lawyer
Listen
hasn't
to me.
even spoken to me,
Can you
Ma.
can you please listen to me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just listen to me. Okay. First of all, you're gonna get that emergency money, that application, and that you said that wasn't till April.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
eight. That's only into
At
eight.
some
That's in
point,
April.
Charlie, just please, just take a breather, just because I can only process one thing at a time. Okay. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to just have a conversation with you. Okay.
Uh huh.
The other option, okay, is once that's here and tomorrow, I'm gonna get my bill money back. I could give you $1,500. Okay,
Well, Ma, but
for the
again,
month
so
of
you're
March.
saying,
Okay,
Ma,
hold
hold on a
on.
second. Stop a second. You're saying you're gonna get the bail money back, but again, we don't. Again, the lawyer isn't speaking to me. I have no real idea what is happening in this court case because again, a lot of this involves you, but you're not being involved.
Okay, my understanding, you said that it was going to be dismissed. Has that
No,
changed?
again, I said the lawyer submitted to me a motion to dismiss and hasn't
Uh-huh.
spoken to me since.
Okay, then it's your responsibility to say, hey, I'm gonna get this motion out of the way, move
Again,
on with my
you're
life.
saying that as if I can control other people's actions.
Okay,
Again, you're
so
not
what?
speaking to me. The lawyer isn't speaking to me. I don't even
Okay,
have people in San Francisco speaking to me. Again, you called an agency in San Francisco and told
oh
them
my
that
God.
I was
Okay,
neglecting myself. I said, hey, I do actually need help, and they haven't spoken to me since.
okay, okay. Now, is the $500 emergency money has been approved or not?
It's not emergency money. Again, that's fucking. I don't even know how to put it. That's cash aid. That's just
Okay,
cash
so that's
aid.
cash aid. Okay, good.
That's
Has
just a
that been
monthly
approved?
amount
Yes
that
or no?
anybody who's not working or can't work would get. But again,
Has that been
I'm sorry, what?
approved?
That doesn't even start until April. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying to
good.
you.
So what I'm trying, okay, I understand that March is going to pose a challenge.
It's
Okay,
not really
it's
about
just
March,
one.
Mom. Again, really, not any much more than it has been previously. It's
Okay,
about the fact that after March, there's still April, there's still May, and it
I
says September.
understand,
I've been trying
Charlie.
to say to you,
I
look, Ma, I need to get to a point that I don't have to rely on you financially.
I
But in order to
understand, and
do
so do
that,
I.
I
But
need to be able
this
to
has to.
know.
Okay, Charlie. Right now, you have coming anywhere. You're going to be without health insurance. You're going to have no. I mean, and
That's
then
what I'm
you
saying,
need to
temporary, Ma,
generate
three
money
to
from a
six months.
sublet.
I'm not
Right
saying move
now.
out of San Francisco. I am saying at least have a game plan. Right now, you don't
Okay.
have one and I don't have one. And I
What is
can't
it?
have one.
Okay.
I like I don't
Okay.
know if I can
I
explain it to you. Like
understand,
I am
Charlie.
trying my best to try to figure out how is it that I can transition from what's happened to be able to
I
be
know. I
independent,
know. I
not have to
understand.
ask you
I
for money.
understand that. Okay. I trust me. I understand. and everybody wants to see you succeed and transition,
Well, ma, again, nobody's
successfully
even
and all that
purchased
good
one of
stuff.
my
I
art products
understand that.
for less than $5. Again, ma, I went to school in San Francisco. On top of that, for the last 10 years of my life, I have dedicated a really large part of it to my art. And people in you're saying these people want to help me, and they can't even purchase something for less than $5
Because I
just
know,
to
Charlie,
give moral
Charlie,
support. So you
you
keep
can't,
saying
okay,
these people want to
you
support
can
me.
only,
No
you
one's
can
talking to me
only
but you.
control, you can only control you. You cannot control the people.
That's
Okay,
my point,
so
Ma. Again,
therefore,
but you're making it so I can't
okay,
control myself because you're telling me
honey,
things that obviously aren't true. You're living in some world in which you believe my aunts, all these people, my friends, everybody wants me to succeed, and yet not one person can have a conversation with me about anything, not about anything. Anything. And these are people, some of these people are people who would come to me for advice. And yet they
Charlie,
can't even speak to me about, yo, what do you think I should do about this? What about that? What about the court
Charlie,
case? What about you? What about my
Charlie,
daughter? There are no real conversations that I have in any
I
day.
know,
Everything is
Charlie,
temporary. Everything's like even this phone. This phone is great. You've been absolutely amazing, and it is very important that I replace it and that I'm able to move forward.
okay,
But the fact of the matter is, it's really not as important as the
Charlie,
fact that I would much rather speak to my daughter. And I can't speak
Charlie,
to my
okay,
daughter
you throw in
because you
22
don't focus
things
on the fact that
that
you
cannot get
have actually
resolved
done things
overnight.
that make that difficult for me.
I understand, but all this, everything is a process. Everything has to be
Ma,
taken
again, but this is
one
a
step
process that's been
at a
going on for
time.
years, Ma, and that's what I'm saying to you. My daughter's life every day. Okay, that's what I'm saying to you. I feel as if you don't understand this because you were saved. I was with your mother. I was with your family. At no point in time did you not have any idea what was happening with me or how I was. Or if you wanted to, much easier even than my own father, you could have just picked up the phone at any fucking point in time and spoken to me. That is not what happens to me. What happened to me is the mother of my child lied consistently in court to the point that I got to the point that I said, I can't do anything about this. I can't continue this. You are setting me up for failure. You are setting me up for me to be arrested again and have false accusations believed about me. I need some way to address this. And since that day, everybody's acted as if there's no problems. As if there's no, as if I'm the one who wanted to walk away from my daughter versus what the fuck is going on that all these lies have been continuously accepted as truths and I'm not even allowed to even try to address it. People are so convinced that they know exactly what has happened in my life that I don't even have the chance to even speak about my own life.
Okay, there's a lot that has happened, and not everything
Yeah, including
can
me being in jail for
undone.
30 days, ma.
Okay,
Again,
let's
we are not, let's
concentrate.
not forget the fact. I've been a graffiti writer a lot of my life. When I was a teenager, I shoplifted like crazy.
Charlie,
I have lived my life since the moment I got to San Francisco, pretty much never to be in jail. And I was, and you were involved in it, and you are now helping me, but you're also not addressing the fact that you contributed to me actually being there. And that's what I'm
okay,
saying. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of little
oh
things
my God,
that keep adding
Charlie,
up. And it's great that you're helping me financially, but you're not helping me emotionally. And that's why I'm saying, like, maybe it's best
Charlie,
that if I can at least go to, Florida again, and I can at least see abuela and
where are you gonna
abuelo
stay?
and see what's going on, then I can at
Where are
least
you gonna
try to,
stay?
like, get some reality going. Because
Where
I'm
are you
living
going
in,
to
you
stay?
understand that I'm living in a delusional world in which
Where are you going
you
to
and a
stay?
lot of other people tend to believe that there is
Where,
literally nothing going on in my life and I'm creating
Charlie,
everything in my head.
Charlie, where do you think you're gonna stay here?
With abuela and abuelo.
No, that's a definite no, and
Why
the
would that
reason
be a
is
no?
because of my mom's condition.
Again,
The
my
roof,
condition is
there is
similar to
the
mine.
roof.
Again, that's what I'm saying. You're not also, again, me too. You're not acknowledging the fact that I have a shortened lifespan, man. Again, I have now just over this past week dealt with the fact that I have a broken wrist. Right before that, I was dealing with the fact that my health was declining and I was already noticing certain issues with my fucking health, related to my heart condition. Now I've dealt with the arm. Now I'm back to understanding that for some reason I'm having difficulty walking longer. I'm having to sleep longer again. I'm not able to get my diet right. These are real fucking things that I have to deal with. And you're not acknowledging that. You're somehow acting as if Abuela's condition is different than mine.
Well, she has Lewy body dementia.
Again, what does that have to do with me not being able to live there? That's what I'm saying. These things are suspicious. That's where I lived when I was first fucking born. That's where I lived my entire fucking childhood. And then that's also where I lived when I was an adult and in a similar situation, needed to kind of figure out and save money so that I can go ahead and not fucking, be living with you. Because that's exactly my point. Where else am I gonna go? You keep saying all these people are supportive. I could live with Titi. There should be no reason in the world I couldn't live with Titi. But again, that takes work to figure out what has happened. I'm willing to do it, but no one else is.
Charlie, a lot has. You have to go.
Again, you keep saying these things, a lot has happened. What about me? You act as if nothing has happened to me. Again, I haven't seen my daughter in years based on the belief and what you told me that you would fix that you would help me, that you wouldn't let these amount of years pass by. And when you say how, it is as simple as sticking into one stable mindset as to what has happened. Again, you went from 4 to 5 years ago getting a restraining order requested against you by the mother of my child because you decided to show up there randomly instead of going through a lawyer or speaking to me about the fact that you wanted to see my daughter. You still have not explained to me the mentality that went through your head in Florida, that instead of contacting me and saying, Charlie, I really want to see Amelia, or hey, let me contact a lawyer and let me do it at least through the courts, you, as a thug, because there were people in jail with me because they had that exact mentality that you had. You, as a thug, decided that you would show up in front of Natalie's house instead of contacting a lawyer, whatever, and then have Natalie request a restraining order against you. And more importantly, you still somehow don't see how that affects me negatively. You don't see how the court would say, wait a second, Charlie has been accused of beating the shit out of Natalie, assault of a deadly weapon. His own mother put him in jail recently because instead of just saying, hey, my son isn't fucking crazy, and my son does just want to see his daughter, you said to police officers, my son must be bipolar and he's not taking his medication. That's what you've done to me.
A lot of what you're stating is not what actually has happened.
Again, this is a court case. I have the documents in front of me. Again, that's the problem. If that's not true, there's the problem that you are allowing the police to lie about you and use that to prosecute me. There's something wrong with your mind if you can't understand that it doesn't fucking matter if you say out loud a lot of what you're saying isn't true, if you're not willing to prove that to anyone, as if there's no consequences to what has happened. That's what I'm saying. You keep acting as if these consequences are just all in my head.
Okay. So you're stating a lot, but you're not understanding why the solutions that you're presenting are not going to work for you.
Again, you haven't stated it. That's again what I'm saying. You haven't stated it. You haven't stated a real reason as to why I can't see my fucking grandparents. Why I couldn't live there even though I've lived there previously. That's the problem.
Charlie, I'm not going to speak on their behalf.
You can't, again, you're going back and forth. All right. The fact of the matter is you have been speaking on their behalf. That's what again, one of the reasons I got arrested is because you have been speaking on their behalf and actually have prevented me from speaking to them. Again, remember that you have called the police, and or Titi has called the police on me for calling my own grandparents.
Can you calm down?
Again, how is that supposed to be something to calm down about? Again, now we are now years later. Years later. You have paid my rent over the last couple of months. You have been supportive of me. And yet you can't even have a true discussion to me to explain to me why the fuck would the police have to be called on me for wanting to contact my grandparents at the same time that you're telling me that I should be contacting them?
Charlie, okay. Obviously, every time you have a court date, there's a trigger.
It's not about the court date, Ma. Again, no. Every time I have a court date, it's obviously a date in which it is obvious. It is blatantly obvious that there is something wrong with you if you don't understand that you have contributed to the fact that I have that court date. Again, whether it be from Amelia to now, all of these court dates could be avoided simply by you having a discussion with me that makes sense as to why you believe solutions that I am proposing can't work, and or you work against them.
How can I present anything when you're doing all the talking?
Again, it's not, I'm doing all the talking because, again, from the moment that years ago, that you decided that for some reason you needed to tell the police that I had bipolar, even though you have no evidence of that, you have no reason to even believe that. You still haven't even given me an idea as to why you believe that, other than things like this. You have stated to me that you believe I have mental health issues because exactly of what you just stated. I have a court date in which the consequences to me are very severe. It's a felony charge, a felony charge in Florida. Those consequences are severe, and you're acting as if I have lost my mind by wanting to discuss that and I have an understanding of what you understand.
Okay, I'm going to let you go until you get the narrative in a factual environment.
Again, this is bull. What do you mean in a factual environment? We are in a factual environment. I have a court date.
You're not stating facts. You're not stating the truth.
What's not a fact about it? What is not a fact?
Okay, it is very... Okay, I don't understand how the last action against your grandparents is calling the police to their house, and now you expect them to welcome you with open arms into their home.
Again, I called the police to their house because you are acting suspicious about what is going on. Again, you're going in circles. You're going in circles. You still haven't answered one fucking question.